2.
Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update is next. Coming up, a new poll shows what Americans really think after the election.
The Netflix share system, everybody knows about it and doesn't seem to be bothering Netflix.
We'll take you behind the scenes of an e-gaming tournament.
And the issues over skate parks in San Francisco. All those stories and a whole lot more next on Urban Nights Update.
Hi there, and thanks for joining us. Vanessa Salas is with me. I'm Christian Sprague. With the election done and dusted, many people remain divided over who voted for who and so on. With the election still fresh in our minds, Pew Research Center conducted a survey to determine how people viewed each candidate after the election. The survey had voters give both candidates a grade of A to F. The results were surprising. Clinton received an A or B grade from 43% of voters, where Trump was given the same by only 30% of voters. That aside, half of the voters said they were unhappy with Trump's election, and the other half said they were satisfied with him going into office.
Is Donald Trump purposingly trying to distract us? You would think that his $25 billion fraud settlement would be the talk of social media. Instead, people were buzzing about the fight he decided to pick with the cast of Hamilton. Trump tweeted that it was very rude and insulting of the Hamilton cast members to treat our VP. Mike Pence to a theater lecture, Trump demanded the cast and producers of the show to apologize to Pence. Political analysts are wondering aloud if Trump's emphasis on the Hamilton incident is a diversion from criticism of the Trump University lawsuit and questions about a firewall between government business and that of his family's finances and business. On Friday, Donald Trump settled 3 lawsuits against Trump University for $25 billion. Trump U was a real estate business meant to teach students investigating techniques on how to get rich on real estate just like him. A plaintiff's attorney says that the settlement has about 6,000 students covered and they will receive more than half of their money back. Trump sent out 2 tweets on Saturday claiming he would have won the lawsuits. However, he says that with winning the presidency, he does not have time to sit for a trial.
Donald Trump's presidential win has many Americans at war with each other. Hate crimes have heightened and continue to expand throughout our nation. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, there have been 700 cases reported of hateful harassment since November 9th. U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch states that hate crimes against Muslim Americans, African Americans, and the LGBT community has increased 6% since 2015. Lynch urges people to report these hate crimes so that prosecutors can take action. Mark Zuckerberg believes that Facebook may have been to blame for influencing the presidential election. Fake news was spread all over the website during the time of the election, and some of that misinformation may have been taken seriously. Zuckerberg explained that his company has set up a plan to prevent fake news from being shared on Facebook. This will not only get rid of previous misinformation, but also prevent misinformation from being shared in the future. The popular movie rental company Netflix has been growing non-stop since its initial launch. But are they potentially losing millions of dollars? I went to find out some answers. Netflix is one of the largest entertainment services in the world today. On top of that, it's also one of the most borrowed entertainment services. Kevin Mendez explains this to us thoroughly.
Well, I got the account from my friend Adam, and so far I've been using it nonstop. I think the downside is that I get kicked off. There's only 2 users on Netflix at a time, so if I'm the 3rd person, I can't view it, which is pretty dumb because I like watching Netflix.
And Kevin's not the only one borrowing. 31% of Americans who use Netflix don't actually even pay for it. It's safe to say that on a wet and gloomy day such as today, people tend to like to stay indoors and watch some sort of entertainment. It's on days like these that Netflix is potentially losing millions of dollars. This graph here shows just how far Netflix has progressed. Even with the large amount of people borrowing Netflix each year, the company is still able to make millions of dollars.
I believe the whole company is aware and we're fixing the issues technically, but to us it's like free advertising, so we're not really looking at it as a negative right now. We're looking at it as a way to get our company out there, and not everyone's going to be able to watch it on one account, all your friends. So say they're not able to watch Netflix on their account anymore, they're going to eventually probably want to get Netflix. Recently we've been getting more and more customers, so we believe that the approach we've been taking towards this issue has been going well. So I mean, for me personally, it doesn't bother me. I'd want free Netflix too, Say it was your account and you'd let me use it, I wouldn't mind at all.
In San Francisco, I'm Tate Sprague with your Urban Nights update. In case you were wondering how much the various Netflix subscription plans cost, for $8 a month, you get free streaming on one device. For $1 more, you get streaming on 2 devices, and for $12, you can stream on 4 devices simultaneously.
It's official, esports is now a recognized betting sport in Nevada. For the first time ever, a Las Vegas sportsbook took weight waggers on esports competition this past weekend. That's according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Apparently, the first bets were placed after just the concept received final approval from the chairman of Nevada State Gaming Control Board. Multi-million-dollar big data deal leads the way for esports betting. Starting in the year 2020, it's expected that wagering on esports will reach nearly $30 billion, with 15.5 million people placing those bets on video games. Competitions. Sports traders, through the brand BeTrader, saw the opportunity to enter a partnership with the esports startup, Dojo Madness. Together, they hope to become the first offer bookmakers tools that provide live odds online as well as offline esports competitions. If you like paintball or pillow fights, you should try Platoon. It is like paintball, but it's cleaner and safer. Now Nintendo has turned Splatoon into an esport. You can not only play with your friends, you also can bring your friends to join tournaments. According to the Battlefly website, the most exciting thing about online Splatoon is you can join the tournaments every weekend of November for a chance to win fun prizes. That is good news for people who don't like shopping on Black Friday. You can join the game and win the money. If you like esport competitions, don't go away. At the Academy of Art University, we have our own version which we call Art U League of Legends in Battlefly. Lucius Lee takes behind the scenes.
Sports can be very healthy, but what esports can do? Esports is the use of electronic equipment, intellectual competition between man and man.
Esport. I think this competition is really good. Really good. They got all the players together, and that's why we played the game for years. So today we can show how good we are, and we fight with our teammates and friends, fighting.
Here is Urban Nights Esport, and here is Jamal. Bye.
Jamal is a commentator. He uses rap to relax before the game.
An Ignite Flash, a killing on an Ash. I don't want to say the thing about the ladies, but it's too easy. The rhyme is just there. You think Jinx will let me look at her underwear? Oh, it's too easy to be vulgar when you rap.
Sounds like our comment friend is too high. If the commentator is not a funny guy, how can making people happy?
You could say I want people to come into the stream, whatever I'm commentating on, whatever I'm doing on stream, and I want them to smile, I want them to laugh. I want whatever stream I'm on to not just be something you put in the background while you're studying. I want it to be an environment where you can be engaged and entertained and want to bring your friends to so that you can watch it with them. something you can make jokes about later, even if they're at my expense. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want people to laugh. Like, that's kind of like my whole like goal with this life, I guess.
Zach's still alive, quite tanky, and they're taking out the
In San Francisco, I'm Lucius Lee for Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update.
The commentator is a very exciting job and takes on a bigger role in an online viewing communities. Have you ever worried about coming home and finding your pet missing? Well, there is a smart collar called Nuzzle that has a built-in GPS tracking device for both cats and dogs. The cost of Nuzzle is a one-time fee of $190. It is easy to use and ensures that your pet is in healthy condition. Nuzzle is connected through Apple and Android apps. This app can easily locate your pet, track activity, monitor extreme temperature, create geofences, and also notify of high-impact collision.
There are a lot of lost pets that need homes. Every year, a Sacramento shelter adopts about 11,000 animals. There are 250 animals in the shelter right now and 650 in foster care, which is expensive. Now is a good time to adopt animals at the shelter because the pet adoptions are free from now until December 31st. The shelter wants to have 1,000 animals adopted by the end of the year. So if you want to help animals have a new home, you can go to the Front Street Pet Shelter. Good news for animal shelters. The Francis R. Willis SPCA in Somerville, South Carolina, won $10,000 from the Pet Finder Foundation. The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty for Animals was founded in 1972. It helps a lot of pet shelters, including abandoned and abused animals in Dorchester County. Somerville SPCA is one of 24 shelters that received the grant. Especially during the holidays, there's a lot of attention on animal shelters and the need to adopt rescue animals. Our reporter Na Lee visits a shelter for a first-hand look at what happens there.
Animals are often left at the shelter when their owner can no longer care for them, and others are simple found living on the street. Lucky animals are adopted by families. So what kind of dog do people usually adopt?
Well, it depends completely on the people and the kind of household that they have. We've got all kinds of different dogs. We've got big dogs, little dogs, shy dogs, aggressive dogs, and we have the right dog for any individual, but it really depends on the household.
Last year, 93% of animals at the San Francisco SPCA found homes. But what about the animals that don't get adopted? What kind of life do they live in the shelter? I spoke with another shelter employee. She told me they need to observe the dogs and take them outside for exercise to help improve their moods. But what about kittens?
We play with them maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then the final thing is we try to get the cat to relax because after they've been petted and played with, they're very excited. Often at that point they'll eat, or sometimes they'll get on your lap and they'll take a little rest. So it's three separate parts: the petting, the play, and the relaxing.
Not everyone can have a pet, but there are other ways you can help. You can volunteer at the shelter or donate money. In San Francisco, I'm Na Lee, Urban Night Update.
If you want to donate money or adopt pets, you can visit the website at animalrescueaid.org.
The U.S. women's national soccer team recently discussed the sexism that is facing. Team captain Carly Lloyd stated that they feel like they are treated like second-class citizens. In Monday morning's segment on CBS, she said FIFA does not care as much as her team as it does about the men's team. The U.S. women's soccer team ranked #1 in the world and received 4 Olympic golds and a silver. 2 team members filed a wage discrimination complaint against FIFA in March. After winning the FIFA World Cup in 2014, the team made $2 million while the men's team made $8 million. One trend that's becoming more common in the world of co-ed soccer, Silvio Moraz reports on the subculture he's found in the Bay Area.
There is a growing trend in San Francisco, and it's playing in a co-ed soccer team. In San Francisco alone, there are multiple leagues such as SOG Sports, NorCal Athletics, and Kick It 365, to name a few. I was able to get a few words from John, an avid co-ed soccer player, and Francis O'Shea, a referee for the I Play SF League.
I've been playing this league for about 3 years.
All the time.
It's a lot of fun. It's a good place to play soccer and play with your friends. So I can't say if it's been picking up, but it's definitely pretty popular. It's more popular than most other rec league sports. I think this league's always been pretty popular. So I guess the second year there are definitely a lot of teams that were registered. So definitely a lot of that.
All right.
I've been working in the San Francisco I play for San Francisco for the last 3 years, and I've seen it growing as I go along, and there are some very good players that I enjoy seeing them play, and they must have played, high school or college, and I enjoy doing it, and I see that it's growing.
I Play for SF is an adult nonprofit amateur league that takes all its proceedings and donates it to at-risk youth and adult homeless programs. I Play for San Francisco gets all the money it generates from its league and donates it to charity. They provide a good cause for people to interact and have fun while also helping those in need. And if you want to contact, you can go to iplay4sf.org or find them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at iplay4sf. In San Francisco, this has been Silvio Moraz reporting for Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update.
The rules vary from league to league, but in some cases for co-ed soccer, there must be 3 women on the field. The gold medal that has been missing for 2 weeks has been found. An Italian fencer has recently gone 2 weeks without his gold medal after he claimed the medal had been stolen while he was asleep on a train at the end of October. The medalist claims the medal was stolen from inside of his backpack on his trip to Turin. Shortly after the fencer's plea for help, a woman from Turin found the medal in a garbage and immediately Facebooked the message. He was at a fence competition in Tokyo at a time, but according to a French newspaper, the medal was given to one of his friends for safekeeping.
In more sports news, 80-year-old figure skater Sheila Clough has overcome injury and maintains her fitness in order to compete. After a 45-year absence from figure skating, Miss Clough, a world-class pairs skater, has returned to the ice. So as other grandmothers take their grandchildren to experience the nationwide show Disney on Ice, Sheila Clough takes her 7 grandchildren to see Grandma on Ice.
Now to the world of skateboarding. While some view the sports as just a hobby, many know the art of skateboarding as a community that should be expanded within cities such as here in San Francisco. Reporter Anastasia Hansen has more on the story.
Here in San Francisco, we see many kids and young adults using the streets as their skating canvas. Residents Sean Hall and Tanner Ken skate to work every day, but worry about the safety of themselves and fellow skaters, and question why more parks are being built here in the city.
Sean Hall, been skateboarding a long time, most of my life, and I moved to the city some months ago. Super stoked here, a lot of cool things to skate. I recently heard that people are trying to deny skate parks, so that kind of upset me because growing up it was kind of a place for me to always go to stay out of trouble. All these kids go down there. If you go down to Soma, you go to Potrero del Sol, I mean, you see a bunch of young kids, you know, all ethnicities and all people can get along together and just kind of push each other to be active.
It's like city managers believe that their buildings won't look as pretty because of the skate parks near them. That's totally false because that actually bring a lot more culture around them as well.
I'm here at Soma Skate Park, one of the few skate parks here in San Francisco. I interviewed some local skateboarders on their opinion on the advocacy to build more skate parks here in the city. Let's check it out.
I mean, it would be rad to have more skate parks in the city. We do have a good amount. We we've got some DIY ones as well, but more skate parks is just more opportunities for people to get out and, you know, apply themselves and do something positive and productive and kind of gain a sense of self-accomplishment by testing yourself and trying new things on different obstacles. So more skate parks, more possibilities. All in all, it's a good thing.
They should do something with skatable art for sure, where it's cool sculpture stuff that corresponds with how the city, you know, has affected people's lives and everything, and then have it so people can skate it too. If you're gonna make something to skate, you may as well make it cool to look at anyway, so people that aren't into skating at all stop and look at it and give them something to see.
San Francisco residents might not approve of the overall look of a skate park structure, but there are definitely people that advocate safe environments where people of all ages may have a place to share and express their hobbies. I'm Anastasia Hansen for Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update.
Currently, there are 5 skate parks here in the city, with maybe more to come. Snoop Dogg is collaborating with legend Mark Gonzalez on the Adidas Alley Stores collection. Although Snoop doesn't have much background in skateboarding, he adds his West Coast flavor to collection. According to Snoop, both him and Gonzalez share similar taste and style that when collaborating, their ideas were just flowing. The skate collection is expected to release on December 5th at adidas.com and specialty skate stores.
Let's check in with Priscilla Mora, who has our latest scores and updates in AAU sports.
Thanks, Tate. Hi, and welcome to this week's latest in AAU sports. We have many highlights and spotlight athletes this week, as well as many goodbyes to our very own Urban Knights. This past week, RU's men's cross-country team took 11th at the National NCAA Division II cross-country meet in St. Leo, Florida to finish off their season. Volleyball also finishing their season, they defeated Holy Names 3-1 this past Saturday. The men's basketball team went 0-2 this weekend at Sonoma State, losing to Cal State, San Bernardino, and Sonoma State. And the women's lost this past Wednesday to Stanislaus State. The men's cross-country team was projected to take 15th in this past weekend's NCAA National Cross-Country Competition. But against all odds, they took 11th place, ranking higher than any Pac-West team in history. Pac-West Runner of the Year, Joshua Thorson, finished 40th overall and was honored as an NCAA All-American. Director of Cross Country, Tori Olson, believed in his runners even before the big race.
The week before the race, I just could tell in talking to the guys individually, hey, you know, they really don't even need me to help them plan for this. They know what they need to do. They know what they need, what their strengths are, what they need to rely on, and they're ready to roll. I mean, they were excited. They had a plan. They were ready to do it. So I didn't stress too much about whether the guys were going to run well. I didn't know whether we were going to make it because I knew that there were other teams that were really, really good competing in the region, you know, this year. But I wasn't worried, are we going to go have a good race? I thought, hey, we're going to do well.
Also finishing up their season is RU women's volleyball team. This past Saturday, they ended their season defeating Holy Names 3-1. The Urban Knights' 4-year seniors left it all out on the court. Karina Speakman finished off her career with a double-double, including 11 kills and 14 digs. This makes her the 3rd Urban Knight to finish with over 900 digs. Standout Melissa Brum finished with a career high of 24 digs. Brum finishes as the program's leader in career points, digs, and kills.
Everyone worked really hard together, and we found that we needed passion on the court, that it wasn't us connecting well. And yesterday we talked a lot about passion and how we describe passion, how we're all going to be more passionate. And I think that we just played really well together tonight, and we're able to just take all heart to the floor.
AAU men's basketball team traveled to Sonoma this past weekend to play in the Ron Logston Basketball Classic. Although the Knights lost a few close ones to Cal State, San Bernardino, and Sonoma State, they played excellent defense where they forced 19 turnovers against Sonoma State. This will definitely help them in their last 2 non-conference games. Senior guard Sergio Valdemios was named All-Tournament this past weekend, averaging 11 points with a 56% field goal percentage. Also shining this past week is freshman guard Dante Williams, who was named Freshman of the Week by the Pac West.
First game for us as a team, playing together. I feel like we had a really good game, but there was a couple stretches where we had a lot of breakdowns, and that allowed SF State to take advantage, and I feel like that's where we lost the game.
The men's basketball team will travel to Chico tomorrow night to face the Wildcats at 7:30 p.m. in one of their last non-conference games. For live coverage, visit ruathletics.com. Thanks for tuning in to this week's latest in RU Athletics. See you back next week.
Today I have Elizabeth Colley here with me. She is the fashion journalism student here at the Academy of Art University. Elizabeth, can you tell me a little bit of your accomplishments here at the Academy?
Recently, I got published in Huffington Post for an article I wrote for Imprint magazine, which is an in-school magazine, about changing the face of fashion. It was about a girl from the Bahamas who has vitiligo, but she's still trying to pursue her career in fashion as a model. She went to New York Fashion Week, she went to LA Fashion Week, and now she's going to Milan Fashion Week. And it was just inspiring to have the privilege to have that platform to put her on the map.
Nice. And what do you think motivates you to continue your career here as a journalism student?
I love what I do, and I'm inspired by every moment at the Academy. It's such a privilege, and I feel honored that I can empower females and let somebody tell their story, you know? And that fulfills my heart.
Nice. And as far as your plans after graduating, do you know what you plan on doing?
I'm going to LA. I got an offer at NBC Universal. I also got a couple jobs in brand marketing and fashion journalism, which I'm kind of focusing on public relations. But I'm just letting my portfolio speak for itself and see where it takes me.
Nice. And what advice would you give to new incoming freshmen pursuing a degree like yours?
Fall in love with what you do. Just fall in love with every moment. It's so much opportunities out there, and there's so much the world has to offer. Regardless of where you're from or whatever, dreams are real and they do come true.
Is there a big challenge that you have encountered here at the Academy that you would like to let people know about?
Yeah, being from the Bahamas, I was insecure about, I always thought Americans, they're better than me, you know? And I realized I'm on the same level as them, and because where I'm from, it doesn't determine my future. I have my own light that I can let shine.
Nice. So what would you say is your motto that you live by every day?
It's a William Shakespeare motto, actually. It's the purpose of life is to find your gift, and the meaning of life is to give it away.
Nice.
And that's what I do every day.
That's actually really unique. I like that motto. So is there anything else you would like to add for new incoming students that you would like for them to know about?
Honestly, the Academy is filled with opportunities. Just do whatever you want to do. If you feel like you want to take a performance class and you're in fashion journalism, take it. Just follow your heart and see where it goes.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
If you have tickets to see a future Kanye West concert, forget about it. He canceled his 21 remaining dates. That's after giving his opinion at the San Jose concert about voting for Trump to be president, had he voted in this presidential election. Fans were not fond of Kanye West after his statement, so they booed and chanted vulgar words. And in San Diego, he also gave a 30-minute concert before walking off stage, and fans were not pleased. Then Kanye took to the stage, ranting about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce refused to perform at the MTV Music Video Awards unless she won Video of the Year over him. So Green Day takes to the stage and surprises the crowd at the American Music Awards Sunday night. The group inserted some punk politics into its song Bang Bang from its Revolution radio single. Later in the song, Billy Joe Armstrong gave an impromptu performance that was anti-Trump. He chanted, "No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA." The saying seems to date back to the 80s when the group MDC ran into Nazis in Austin, Texas. So that group created a song called Born to Die. The line David Dichter chanted was "No war, no KKK, no fascist USA." So seems that the line has stuck with Green Day over the years.
For this week's latest entertainment news, many new movies have arrived in theaters. Growing up is an incredible journey in spite of the awkwardness, heartbreak, and betrayal, especially in the digital age of social media. The Edge of 17, now in theaters, is a must-see movie for all ages. It's about a young adolescent facing the struggles of adulthood. Here is a sneak peek.
When I was 13, it was clear which side of the equation I was on.
Oh my God, I knew it. It's really just the hair. You can grow it out.
Are you even up there? But that's what best friends are for.
Oh my God, Nick is like right there. God, Juby made him so hot.
And I had Krista.
Krista! Oh my God!
Seriously? My brother?
Think about how shitty this is for me. I can't help how I feel. What if I liked your dad?
I'm having a problem today, Nadine.
Several. I don't really have any friends at the moment.
Why don't you try being positive? Mom, you always say the same thing.
I'm gonna write down the next thing you're gonna say to me.
I'm not playing your little games, Nadine. Congratulations. You have all the answers, don't you?
No, which is why I wish I had a mother who would notice.
When I was young.
The producer, James L. Brooks, tried to capture the voice of this generation. Another great movie that has hit the box office is The Take. This rated-R action movie is about an American man living in Paris. Hunted by the CIA when he steals something that contains more than just a wallet, Sean Breyer, the field agent Case, soon realizes that Michael has potential and also his best asset to help uncover a large-scale conspiracy.
I stole the bag, but I didn't know there was a bomb in it. But you ran. Innocent people do not run. You were coming after me. You seen yourself? Must be really good. I'm the best. Just walk up to me and steal my wallet. Still there, but the money's gone. Give me that.
The most wonderful time of this year is approaching. Macy's is giving away a gift to the city of San Francisco this weekend by presenting its 27th annual tree lighting ceremony in Union Square Park, Friday, November 25th at 6 p.m. This family affair has been its best lineup yet. The lineup includes singer-songwriter Aloe Black, the San Francisco's Boys Chorus Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir, and a special exclusive performance by the cast of She Loves Me from the San Francisco's Playhouse upcoming production. It's the start of the holiday season, so don't miss it.
Sounds like a lot of fun things lined up for this holiday weekend. Well, that's it for us here at Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update. For Vanessa Salas and everyone here, thanks for joining us. Have a great holiday. See you back next time.